Your Access Center. Hey, Brian.
It's good to be here.
It's busy season.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I always like to come on and talk about it, because speaking of it kind of allows me to compartmentalize everything I'm going to have to do.
Well, you think about some of these, even juniors and seniors, right? Your year's half over, and it happens quick.
Yeah,
real quick.
For some reason, too, this particular school year seems like it's just flying by.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, it seems like it was August, and now we're almost Christmas, and it's amazing how quickly it goes.
You've got opportunities for kids, and they need to take advantage. What's the first event you have coming up?
This Saturday, the 7th, we're having our Winter Wonderland workshop. We call it that primarily because it's alliterative, like all the W's. But it's our Winter Wonderland, and it used to be our December scholarship event. Now with the new FAFSA, and it came out in January last year, and it actually was slated for December 1, and through good fortune and fate, the FAFSA actually opened 2 weeks ago almost.
Which last time we talked, we didn't know if that was going to be the case.
We did not, and it was such a pleasant surprise to see that happen. So now this is our scholarship / FAFSA. We're going to work on both, and they kind of go hand in hand, because most scholarships, some criteria involves that FAFSA, the FAFSA confirmation that it's been applied. So great opportunity to knock out two birds with a stone.
Yeah, the bottom line is you're helping create and offer as much opportunity for these families as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people come in, some people will come in and they, hi, I'm here, I don't know what to do, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just come in, we'll direct you, we'll gently put you where you need to be, help you with the steps that you need to take. Again, it's going to be a hybrid event, so if you can't come into the center, you can always hop on. We'll have somebody covering the Zoom call all day long. But if you come into the center, anytime, in those open hours, we're going to be extending our hours from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come on in, and it's perfectly fine to say, I'm just here to do whatever it is you guys are doing today. Of course, we'll always provide all of our services, but we're dedicating our focus to identifying scholarships, applying for scholarships, doing all those steps, looking at students' essays. That's one of the big pieces that students really want assistance with, is making sure their essays are intact, their list of accomplishments and achievements look great. How do they apply? How do we find them? And this time of year is perfect, because the Jackson Community Foundation scholarships have just opened. December 1 is the day to start looking at the JCF, and those are scholarships that are just for Jackson students. So a much smaller pool, and we always tell students, the smaller pool of applicants, the more likely that you're going to be awarded. If you apply for these scholarships, there's a very, very high likelihood that you'll be receiving these local scholarships.
Great to hear. Let's talk about some of the state initiatives, and we're seeing some advertisements around, but what do they mean?
They mean there are now just more opportunities than ever to get started on your education. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship came out a couple of years ago, followed up by the Michigan College Guarantee. And these are kind of state awards attached to FAFSA, of course. When you apply for the FAFSA, you're applying for federal aid. But if you apply before the Michigan deadline, which has been extended out, it used to be March 1st, and then they made it May 1st. I have heard that they're going to extend it as far as July, because they know, with the delay of the FAFSA coming out, students need that time to apply. But if you apply before the Michigan deadline, you're also applying for all of these other awards as well. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship has been out for a couple of years, and people are starting to understand that it kind of operates like the Pell Grant. It's need-based, so when they figure out that, student aid index, what should your family be able to provide, that number indicates your eligibility for the Pell Grant. For the Michigan Achievement, it raises the ceiling, so a lot more middle-class households have that opportunity to have a state award to start their education too. And then this year, any student who graduated after 2023 and beyond will now be able to take advantage of the community college guarantee, which means that you have in-district tuition guaranteed at least your 2 years that you
Right.
can do at a community college, and that's just phenomenal. We do know that when students get that first 2 years in, there's just the greater likelihood that they're going to persevere on, and these are just great stepping stones to get the
and in
get
a
the
lot of
education
cases
started.
without debt.
Yeah.
So
If you can do a 2-year degree with no debt in so many different areas now, skilled trade
Sure.
programs that are a year or two certifications and credentials that make you very marketable with no debt.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
let's take a look at your
Incredible
overall
opportunity.
schedule, because it's not just one day you're helping people. You're helping
No,
people
it's-
all the time.
It's every day.
Every
This is what we do
day. One thing we
every
forgot to
day.
mention is there's going to be barbecue lunch for people at the.
We cannot forget the signature barbecue. People that came to our college application event in October were saying, "When's your next one? I want some more of this barbecue."
That's very good.
And I don't just say that because I make it, but it is a compelling reason to come
They've
down and do
asked
some
you.
applications.
Well, I mean, you've been making the barbecue for years, so people
Years, yeah.
must love it. What
wanna
should
say
parents
10,
be doing right now,
this very minute,
this very second, to get ready for this FAFSA event?
they should be putting it into their calendar.
Okay.
That on Saturday, December 7, from 11 to 7, in the Jackson Crossing, in the Target Wing.
Perfect.
That's where our event will take place. The main thing parents can be doing right now, with the new FAFSA, it's more streamlined. It's really a lot easier than it's been in years past, and I've been doing it for many, many years. I remember the IRS retrieval and all of these pieces. It really has become streamlined. But one thing that is a little different is students can create their username and password and set up their account and continue on and do their portion
Great.
in real time. Parents should have that username and password created ahead of time.
Okay.
Because their ID will be subject to the Social Security Administration verification. And if you come in that day and you're just creating your IDs, then there will be a little bit of a wait. You'll have to
Sure.
come back in a couple days, which is kind of a drag. A lot of our students, if they have siblings that have done the FAFSA, their parent has that ID in
Perfect.
place. But if not, you definitely want to get that
Awesome.
ID set up ahead of time.
Well, we want to thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah,
And if
always good to be here.
anyone needs any information, you definitely show up at the event. Or you can always call Brian, who is a senior college and career advisor at the College and Career Access Center. Thanks, Brian.
Absolutely.
More of the show after this quick break.
Crispy hot hash browns, sweet savory McGriddles, refreshingly cool iced coffee. Oh, don't mind me, just doing my morning affirmations. Crispy hot hash browns, sweet savory McGriddle.
Don't sleep on the delicious $4 breakfast deal. Enjoy your pick of a sausage McMuffin or sausage biscuit, a small coffee or small soft drink, and crispy hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Defending against fraud every day, I'm Chris with American One Credit Union. If you get a phone call from the government, your utility company, or anyone else asking you to make a payment through gift cards, should you do it? Absolutely not. It's a scam. Only scammers will tell you to buy a gift card and give them the numbers. No legitimate business or government agency will ever request payment through gift cards. If someone is urging you to do this, take a step back and remember, gift cards are for gifts, not for payments. Visit us at thefraudfighters.org for more info and tips to protect yourself.
Greatness begins at Northwest Community Schools. At Northwest Community Schools, success is what we strive for and success is what we achieve through academic programs for students of all ages. STEM programs from kindergarten through 12th grade. State-of-the-art programs like aviation, music, arts, and robotics. Advanced placement courses, career pathways, and dual enrollment in several colleges and universities. We are Mountie Nation. We are the direction of greatness. We are Northwest. Go Mounties!
Jackson First United Methodist Church, an inclusive, intergenerational faith community, loving God with hearts, hands, and voices.
Welcome to Monday Mornings, the podcast where local leaders and entrepreneurs connect.
I didn't want to be forgotten. I didn't want to be erased.
We know there's always more to learn and more to give. Join us as we shine a light on inspiring leaders, uncovering the secrets behind their personal and professional success.
So how do you get from Seeing Creek?
Yeah,